Do you know what non-complimentary behaviour is? No? Well, I'm not sure I did either, but I came across a story recently, a true story, that might help. A young social worker named Julio Diaz was taking the subway from work to his home in the Bronx in New York. As he did almost every day, he got off one stop early to grab a bite at his favourite diner. But as he made his way to the restaurant from the deserted subway station, a figure jumped out from the shadows. It was a teenager holding a knife. As demanded, Julio handed over his wallet. Theft accomplished, the kid was about to run off when Julio did something quite unexpected. "Hey, wait a minute," he called after his mugger. "If you're going to be out for the rest of the night, you might as well take my coat to keep you warm." The boy turned back to Julio in disbelief. "What? Why?" "Well, if you're going to risk your freedom for a few dollars," Julio replied, "then I guess you must really need the money. I mean, I was just going to get dinner. You can join me if you want." Bizarrely, the young man agreed, and moments later Julio and his assailant were seated at a booth in the diner. The waiters greeted them warmly, the manager stopped by for a chat, even the dishwashers came out to say hello. "You know everybody here," the kid said, surprised. "Do you own this place?" "No," said Julio, "I just eat here quite a bit." "But you're even nice to the dishwashers. Haven't you been taught to treat others how you'd like to be treated?" "Well, yeah," the kid said, "but I didn't think people actually behaved that way." When Julio and his mugger had finished eating, the bill arrived, but Julio no longer had his wallet. "Look," he said, "you're going to have to pay the bill because you've got my money. But if you give me back my wallet, I'll gladly treat you." Wallet returned, Julio paid the bill and then gave the boy $20, on one condition, that he handed over the knife. When a journalist later asked Julio why he treated his would-be robber to dinner, he didn't hesitate. "I figure if you treat people right, you can only hope that they treat you right in return. It's as simple as it gets in this complicated world." A less complicated definition of non-complimentary behaviour would be what Jesus referred to as turning the other cheek. Radical, tricky stuff. But I reckon our communities, our country, and the world beyond could do with more of it. I certainly think we need more Julios.